video we will talk about the Walrus Operator. Now what is Walrus Operator? Walrus Operator is a very recent addition to the Python in the latest version Python 3.8, and if you are seeing this video and if you want to practice along with me in this video, then you will need Python 3 installed or Python 3.8 installed in your system that we had done in the previous in the series. And if you have joined the series just now, then please go back to the previous videos and download Python 3.8. Otherwise this example won't run in your system, because this is a recent addition to Python 3.8. Thus we will need the latest version. So now what is a Walrus example, Walrus Operator? So to understand this, let's go to the official documentation by Python. So let's go to docs by Python, and this is the official documentation given by Python. And in under the section what's new in Python 3.8, the first thing that we can see is the assignment expressions, and in this we have a new syntax to assign value to something. So let's first read it. There is a new syntax :equal to that assigns value to variables as a part of a larger expression. It is affectionately known as the Walrus operator due to its resemblance to the eyes and the tusks of a walrus. So before first understand this is the syntax of the Walrus operator, :equal to, and I understand that you might not have got what this sentence says. So we will see and understand this with an example. But before that, let's see this is the syntax :equal to, and let's see what it resembles to. So this is walrus and this is known as walrus. Okay, so here we can see that the tusk, the eyes and the tusk, this resembles to like a colon, and this is like a equal to. Thus we have got the name to the operator, that is Walrus operator. So let's open our PyCharm and let's try and understand what and how Walrus operator does. So first let's take a basic example and let's assign a variable with a name. Let's assign a variable with a value, and let's give the name to the variable as name and this value as keyword. And let's try printing it. So print name, and let's run, and we understand that this will run successfully and it will print keyword. Okay. So right now to do this simple thing, we needed to write 2 lines of code. Okay. So what Walrus operator does, it helps us to assign the value and process that value at the same time. So how it does is, let's first see with that as an example. Okay. So let's write print again name :equal to. Remember this :equal to, it is a syntax of the Walrus operator, and then we will assign the value that we want to assign to it. So this time we will take as John, and first let's try and run the example, and we have got a John. Again, if you might be thinking here I use double quotes and here single quotes, then there is no particular reason. In Python strings can be enclosed in both single quotes or the double quotes, but you should follow only one strictly. Either it should be double quotes or it should be single quotes. So here I had used single quotes and here double quotes. So don't do the things like that. Just use a single syntax for whole Python. Whenever you are learning a programming language, just follow the single syntax. This will help you to come across less errors. Okay. So here what this Walrus operator did is, first of all, the code that we wrote just to print the name, it was 2 lines of the code. So Walrus operator helped us to do it in just 1 line. So first we called the print function, then we declared a variable, then we used the Walrus operator and assigned it the John value. The value John was assigned to the name, and then the print function was executed. Thus this helped us to assign, thus this integrated the 2 tasks of assigning and processing. So right now this might not get so much appreciation that we wrote 1 line of code for 2 lines of code. So we right now it was a very small code, that's why we won't get so much appreciation. But in the future, when we will use, or when it gets much more exposure and we will use this in bigger programs, I think this will help us a lot. But right now I don't think we did much by saving just 1 line of code, or we saved much time by not writing 1 line of code extra. But surely in the future it will help us in many things once it gets a little mature and it is accepted and used by the community. So let's go back to the documentation, and in the documentation here you can see more examples on the assignment operator. And as we haven't done anything like if else or something, or looping or all these things. So I think you might not be able to appreciate it, or if you already know these things, then surely you can visit this documentation and you can understand these things. You can go through these examples. Otherwise, stick with this example right now, that it helps us to assign and process the task at the same time. And surely we will see some more examples in the future videos. So that's it for the Walrus operator, and also let's end our discussion for the operators in Python. So we are done with all the operators in Python 3. So let's end this video with a good note, and let's catch up in another video where we will start with some another topic.